This recording was captured at the Westminster Cemetery in Westminster, California. There's a little story behind it. A coworker of mine had just been to this area at the cemetery to visit a couple of friends of his, and he found out about me recording EVPs, and he was interested in it and asked me if I would go back there and with my recorders and see if I could capture anything. And I said, sure, why not? And then we went there, but he couldn't remember exactly where the markers were because he didn't go there that often. Anyhow, I'm standing by the car, and he's looking for the marker, and this is what was captured.
How far off the road?
Now in this recording, I'm going to point out our two voices. Here's my voice, and there's his voice. And I'm saying how far off the road, and he's saying not far.
How far off the road?
That was the only two voices in that recording of any live person there. The rest of that is EVP. Take another listen.
How far off the road?
This recording has about no less than 5 different classifications of EVP, all different. But the section or the area that we're concerned about today is this one right here. Remember, he'd just been there 2 weeks ago, and you can hear this phrase. Hopefully I'm not putting any ideas in your head and you can hear that clearly, but it's saying, knew you'd come back. Actually what it says is, if I amplified it up and cleaned it out a little more, you would hear, knew you'd come back to see us. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to show you without trying to overprocess this section. The problem is there's a lot of static. And if I amplify it up, the static gets louder, and this is what I want to show you. I'm going to bring up another piece of software that I use. I've taken this section, I've amplified it up. All I want to do is hear those words even better. I want to bring up this other piece of software that I use, and I already have the file saved, this section right here. I have it saved as a separate file, and I'm going to bring that up. And this is it right here. The only difference is this has been amplified up several times. And we'll turn the volume up. But this is the same thing, and you're going to hear static. I'm going to go ahead and play that. And with all that static in there, you can hardly hear anything. But what I'm going to do, this program has a default of 4 right here, and I don't want it to be over processed. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to turn that down to 2, and then I'm going to clean it. Now what you see is this is the same recording in blue here. That's the same recording, but the static has been removed. In other words, the green being static. So what you're going to hear is the blue, which would be the static that's been removed. Now I'm just going to play the blue. And it sounds totally different than the green. Now I'm going to play the green again. And now the blue.
Hey, County Cloud.
Quite a bit of difference. But anyhow, like I say, there's two other words in there. If I were to amplify up that other file, you would hear, knew you'd come back to see us. But that's not real clear. I don't want to take the chance of it being a Class C.
Isolated fire. How far off the road? Not far. Hey, County Cloud.
Anyhow, this is an interesting EVP. Hope you enjoyed it. Thanks for listening. And we'll see you next time.